They had great swimming teams. We had good track teams. We had good wrestling teams. Hey man, why is it that we couldn't climb the hill or get to the top of the mountain in basketball?
Hoping to finally fill Curly Bird's big house, athletic director Jim Kehoe tried to hire a young Southern coach named Charles Lefty Drizel.
I got Lefty out to the house. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. I locked the door. This is an absolute truth. I can confirm it if you want to press me on it. And I said, Lefty, you got to come to Maryland.
And he just got me over his house after the game and said, you know, it'll be Vince Lombardi in the fall, you in the winter, and Ted Williams in the summer. And that kind of impressed me. And he said, make up your mind, because if you don't take the job tonight, I'm going to offer it to Morgan Wooten tomorrow.
When he first got here, he did 2 things. One, he said, we're going to win. Everybody gave him a hard time about the UCLA of the East comment. But he set a bar that was very high right away. And then he went out and got great players.
Get on them guards tough, okay? 50 defense, block at it, make them shoot it outside, and then when you get it, run.
We were so impressed with his self-confidence as well as his brashness and outgoing nature. He was kind of like the Pied Piper, if you will. That's how magnetic he was. And when he looked at the team and said, I'll take all 5 of you, everyone was ready to go and sign on the dotted line.
I think what Lefty had was personality. Everyone knew the left-hander. We call him the left-hander. He had great charisma. He was a great coach. He knew how to recruit. I think that's one of the big things that had a lot of players coming here, especially some of the great players, is that Lefty knew how to talk.
He sold my mother more than he did me. Coach would make visits to Pennsylvania while I was in school and would sit down with Mom and talk about how he was going to take care of her son. So he sold Mom as I think he sells a lot of mothers.
So Lefty went out and he got Len Elmore and Tom McMillan and John Lucas and Steve Shepard, great basketball players, and, you know, went to war.
He also turned the caverns of Cole Fieldhouse into a war zone, first by putting fans right down on the big floor. And then by bringing the crowd right into the game.
And to get the crowd fired up one game, I forget what game it was, one of my first games, I just gave them a victory sign, you know. I just went like that through the crowd, and they all started hollering and yelling and said, we're going to win tonight.
What kept the crowd roaring was a style of coaching new to Cole Fieldhouse. On the sidelines, high-energy antics.
Whenever we had a tight game on the ACC, he just turns around to that student section, put that fist up, and everyone just stood up and they just kept going.
And on the court, high-scoring, fast-break basketball.
I've always think that basketball is an entertainment. I never have wanted to be one of these guys to slow it down. We like to run and fast break, and, you know, I don't believe in that slow down stuff.
With his great players, Drizel created historic high-drama rivalries with the best teams in the country, winning national rankings 8 times.
Well, when Lefty said this is the UCLA of the East, he meant it, and it was. I can just remember the crowds, the intensity, the electricity.
Well, Lefty turned the whole program around. He had all this enthusiasm, and he run and he jump and he did, and the people really loved it.